See what I'm doing right now? My shoulder broke, but we still getting to the money. We still counting paper. This ain't a pump and dump, baby.
On it.
Do I feel bad for Lil Meech? I don't feel bad for no grown man on this planet. Like, I'm a grown man. Why the fuck I gotta feel bad for another grown man? Like, you a grown man too, nigga. What you asking for my sympathy for, nigga? You be alright. Ho ass, nigga.
In his career that you'd have any respect for?
Oh, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I never wanted to work with him.
See what I'm doing right now? My shoulder's messed up, but we're still getting to the money. Still stacking paper. This ain't no pump and dump scheme, baby. Tensions are heating up in the entertainment world as fresh claims reveal a major betrayal within a circle once built on loyalty and mutual respect. Allegations have now emerged that Rick Ross may have pulled a scheme involving Big Meech. The reported fallout is so serious that it's led to drastic moves behind the scenes. When asked if there was any respect for Ross in the game, the answer was clear. Absolutely not. There's nothing there, one source said. I never wanted to work with him anyway. This dramatic shift comes as 50 Cent, a key player in the legacy of the Black Mafia family and its media portrayal, has been vocal online. His posts have taken sharp aim at both Big Meech and his son, Lil Meech, following their highly publicized link-up with Rick Ross. The real shock came when Big Meech chose to associate with Ross shortly after his release from prison, a move many found surprising, especially given Ross's long-standing beef with 50 Cent. I'll buy your masters, 50 warned. Better believe it, I will buy your masters. The unexpected alliance sparked heated discussion, particularly given 50 Cent's heavy investment in the BMF brand, including reportedly putting up $5 million to launch Lil Meech's acting career. Despite his contributions, public displays of friendship between Big Meech and Ross, along with ties to figures like Floyd Mayweather, caused waves. Count on it. When asked if he felt bad for Lil Meech, the response was blunt. I don't feel bad for any grown man. I'm grown. Why should I feel bad for another grown man? You'll be all right. The internet lit up, comparing the unfolding saga to the final act of a dramatic reality show. But this goes deeper than ego. It reveals changing allegiances and the unstable nature of loyalty in a world fueled by image, strategy, and influence. As the story between 50 Cent, Big Meech, and Rick Ross continues to evolve, speculation grows about who's really profiting off the BMF legacy. So, who's the real villain here? Some say there isn't one, but others disagree. Vlad asked, let's talk about it. Maybe Meech made a mistake. Others pointed fingers. Rick Ross knew exactly what he was doing, and what would come of it. Some critics argue that 50 Cent used Meech's story for financial gain. Others counter that, without 50, the BMF TV franchise and Lil Meech's rise wouldn't have happened. Meanwhile, Rick Ross's involvement is being viewed far more critically. Ross is now being accused of aligning with Big Meech purely for clout, then backing out the moment things got heated. Observers noted that as pressure rose, Ross suddenly bowed out, citing a shoulder injury. The move was widely seen online as a convenient smokescreen. At the same time, Ross has come under fire for his role in a crypto project called Boss Token. He'll burn everything down if you cross him, said one source, even cancel BMF just to prove a point, regardless of the money. Critics say Ross misled investors, vanished from the project, and earned the nickname Rug Ross on social media. This fallout, coinciding with the Big Meech drama, has only fueled public suspicion. One observer put it plainly. Ross didn't just share a name, he stole my story, my identity, my whole legacy. Fueling the controversy, rumors suggest Ross encouraged Big Meech to demand more money from 50 Cent. If true, it paints Ross as a manipulator in an ill-advised attempt to reshape industry alliances, an effort that seems to have backfired, leaving Big Meech stranded at a critical time. Hopes that Meech would gain a stake in Ross's Wingstop ventures are also fading. Reports claim Ross sold off most locations, funneling the money into real estate. With only a few franchises left, the financial comeback tied to those assets looks doubtful. Back to that shoulder. Ross kept saying, "See what I'm doing?" Still counting paper with a broken shoulder. But critics are now watching Lil Meech too. pointing out his high spending habits and a seeming lack of financial control. With money pouring into luxury, brands and flashy appearances, the family legacy may be slipping. As alliances crumble and trust fades, the dream of reclaiming former glory grows more distant. The backlash against Big Meech over his short-lived Ross partnership is getting louder. Actor Michael Rainey Jr. spoke up, saying neither Big Meech nor Lil Meech deserve sympathy. They should have seen the signs. 50 Cent seems to agree. Known for never backing down when it comes to betrayal, 50 made it clear he has no pity for those who turn on him. DJ Vlad chimed in too, pointing out that 50's brand of retribution isn't just words, it comes with real consequences. Getting on 50's bad side, Vlad said, that's a move few recover from. And this isn't the first time Ross backed out after big promises. Insiders recalled when Ross allegedly ditched his own crew during a conflict in Canada, later calling it a test of loyalty. There's a clear pattern. Ross draws close, makes big claims, and disappears when it counts. Whack 100 put the blame squarely on Ross, saying he used Meech to challenge 50 Cent, knowing how it would look. Ross allegedly dangled vague business opportunities, but never delivered. Instead of helping behind the scenes, Ross took everything public, mocking 50 and claiming he'd buy the rights to the BMF series, none of which has happened. Ross has now gone silent on Meech altogether, moving on to other ventures. What's left behind is broken trust and public fallout. A partnership once seen as powerful is now a warning sign. Many believe Ross used Big Meech as a symbol to elevate his image, then dropped him when it was no longer useful. Some even say Ross was behind the cancellation of Meech's welcome benefit concert, a move once blamed on 50. At the time, 50 posted, "I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. Happy Valentine's Day." That post seemed like typical trolling until now. With new evidence, it looks like Ross might have sabotaged the event to keep Meech under his control, ensuring any spotlight came with conditions. Rick Ross has long blurred the line between admiration and appropriation. His 2010 hit, BMF, includes the iconic line, "I think I'm Big Meech." But was that just a lyric, or the start of a calculated plan to wrap himself in a street legend's identity? It's a pattern that goes back years. Rick Ross, born William Leonard Roberts II, took his rap name from Freeway Rick Ross, a real drug kingpin from the 80s. The real Ross didn't approve. When he got out of prison, he sued for using his name and identity, but lost in court. A judge ruled in favor of the rapper, citing artistic expression. That moment set a precedent, one that still shadows Ross today. Critics say it's always the same: align with real street legends, boost your image, then vanish when things get tough. It's not just Meech. In 2021, Ross dropped Larry Hoover's name too, another iconic figure, without helping his legal fight. Insiders say Ross even paid the Gangster Disciples for permission to use Hoover's name in his music, but when it was time to show real support, Ross was nowhere to be found. Now, people are noticing the pattern again, praise them in public, distance when convenient. Even 50 Cent once said he never respected Ross, citing exactly this kind of opportunism, and now those comments hit harder than ever. While Ross faces criticism, 50 Cent is focused on business, expanding his empire and closing deals. His long-delayed studio loan was finally approved, another win for 50. Meanwhile, Ross's credibility is taking hits. Observers are calling this a full-circle moment, proof that true legacy isn't built on borrowed names, but consistency and vision. Ross recently claimed he was buying 50's masters, but looking back, that seems more like hype than reality. As for Lil Meech and Big Meech, the damage may be lasting. Any hope of 50 Cent stepping in again, personally or professionally, appears to be gone. Commentators like Zip with the Drip saw it coming. He backed 50 from the start and predicted Ross would flip on Meech. He was right. Now fans are dissecting every detail. Some believe Big Meech's shot at a comeback might be permanently lost. After over a decade behind bars, expectations were high that Meech would move carefully. Instead, some hasty choices deepened the downfall. One viral comment said it best. A former corrections officer, double-crossing a real kingpin, and the kingpin didn't see it coming. That's not irony, that's karma. Now the question is, will Big Meech respond to this betrayal, or will this chapter end in silence, especially with new accusations surfacing from former close friend Cuff? Let us know what you think. Is this the final chapter in the BMF revival, or could an unexpected twist still shake things up? If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big moment in hip-hop. Stay tuned, because in this game, the next move is always just around the corner.